Man, you know what? I love when um pretty women give me money. It's like it feels like the earth is reshaping itself or something like that. It's like God is correcting wrongs or something like that. And I did this for Danielle, and Danielle is dope. She's still doing her thing in Tallahassee. Danielle Kelly. We used to have a show called 36 Degrees. Am I, do I need to what do I need to do for the I need to connect the Bluetooth to that? Um, I'm going to make this announcement again because what I said last night when I did my show, my recap, a lot of people seem to like it. It's doing numbers for us. Actually, all of our show. This is Monday, so this Monday show. Did you see the Wednesday show, Miles? Wednesday show did numbers too. Yeah, but it says unsuccessful. Let me clear it off. Try it again. I said if we get to 100 people on the live, right? 100 viewers on the live, then I'll do a call in. I'll add a little seasoning to it. Damn, still ain't showing up. Well, I hope to have it if I can get my thing to connect. I gotta forget it and then pair it again. Anyways, this is Big Games BS, part of Den Media Group, presented by AlphaMaleJax.com. This whole show, whatever we got to do to pair it, Miles, just pair it. AlphaMaleJax.com might sponsor the whole, like the entirety, like everything. I have seen so much low T, high estrogen behavior over the course of this season in general. And it's a shame. And I feel bad for the ladies. Ladies, you don't deserve this. You deserve more. Okay. All right. So my bad. I'm gonna go back into my commercial. Just read, pull back. Jen is a part of the fam now. She's been doing a show with my guy George. She's done some different things. She's been on everybody else's show. I don't know if I want to like send her the link, like, because I don't want to like cut her out. But what I am going to do, so that you guys know that we actually do this shit, is she's gonna get the special number. So if she would like to call in, and the reason why she's getting the special number is because she's a member now, and I appreciate it. And this is my shown appreciation. Even if we don't get to 100, if at some point we see the green, because I don't want to talk to whites. Don't want to talk to the whites. I want to talk to the greens. Just joking. We'll talk to anybody. But if you have a green in here, we may even we may tell you how to call a special number, let you give a shout out if I can recognize the number. But if we get to 100, we would drop the number in the chat for people to be able to call and get it off your chest. But even before that, I go back into my alpha male thing. I want to know, what are your favorite tweets that you want to revisit? I got a couple of them that I have put to the side that I can't wait to revisit here live. But if you got some tweets that you would like to revisit, go on and drop them in the deal. And let's flourish. But Alpha Male Jax, a lot of hormonal stuff. We're gonna give a lot of plugs today because it's a lot of feels, man. And I understand for this weekend was one of the first weekends where I felt like I had extreme highs and extreme lows. When we play that, we got to make sure we mute it. Extreme highs, extreme lows from, this is the first time that I've ever spent Thanksgiving away from family. Like, I was on the beach. It was cool as shit. But I couldn't go because I had to coach. And then I had a funeral, and I had a lot of other stuff. So I was there. The beach was kind of cool. But then if you go we'll go with that video first of me and told Miles when you get a chance. I coach at Mandarin High School. We won the third round of the playoffs. And when we won, we moved forward, we advanced. A lot of stuff, I was sad. Then I saw how happy the kids were to practice on Thanksgiving. That made me happy. Then I was sad again. Then we had a tough game, and I watched the same game Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I deal with the same fans Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It gets a bit overwhelming, and I don't know what people realize that tough games, rivalry games, playoff games, things get a little difficult. And in difficult moments, the last thing you want to hear is, "Oh my God, we should have done this. We should have done that. We should have done this. We should have done that." And it's like, shut the fuck up. It's a 4-quarter game, but we won. And it wasn't necessarily close because, you know, we do a really good job of beating ourselves at Mandarin. But my boy, and it was funny because it was like we were going back and forth, right? So I thought we should have scored, but then we didn't. But then I them. And so I told the kids, "Hey man, go get the Gatorade. We about to go get Toby Bullock." It was about 90 seconds of tenseness before we finally got to give my guy the Gatorade bath. He's not crying. It's just really, really cold. And what he's telling me is like, "Oh my God, it's so cold. It's so cold." So that right there, if anybody knows me again, because one time, not too long ago, somebody confused me as a guy who gets very, very emotional and super happy. And that person says that they know me. So I want people to understand that doesn't happen very often with me. I don't do all the giddy shit and the jumping around shit, but I do, in fact, typically get happy for the success of others. And that big ass white man happens to be like one of my best friends. And oh shit. And I'm really happy for that. So, oh my bad. We got a bunch of people jumping. Oh, that's what it is. Damn it. I can't see the shit. We ain't at a. She says she can't do it anyway, so we're not at 100. Get to 100, and then we'll go. I was wondering how the hell the noise was coming through. All right, all right, I'm good now. So, anyways, sorry, technical difficulties. I gotta go get another phone. We're at 48 right now. I need y'all to make sure y'all push that like button too. Y'all don't be pushing the like button when y'all supposed to, but push the like button right now. Nah, it's not even again. Like, bruh, it just. I'd be happy, but I just like. It's just a different thing, man. I don't know. It's not like I'm just not an overly emotional person. I never get too high and I never get too low. But nah, I love I love making other people happy, man. Um, got a lot of good mornings. Um, but yeah, again, I need these visits. I am not putting Brandon. You are not going on the screen, and you're not agreeing. It's $3.99 though, Brandon. Actually, if you do the $3.99, I'll get you. I'm looking at all the different chats. I love how everybody starts saying with the good mornings and shit. It's dope. But anyways, so you saw that Mandarin won. Good job. Now, enough of the emotional shit. Oh, and I had a funeral. I real feel sad. I was one of the first kids I ever coached. Really, the not necessarily the football background in this right here, but a lot of the stuff from a training perspective that I ever did and accomplished. It was because of this kid. He was one of the first ones to help start. Then I realized going over my life with him, like his parents really trusted the hell out of me. And no way. Number 8 is gonna be good, bro. Number 8 gonna be good. Number 8 is really, really good, Ramon. He's a young buck. Kevin Hickson, I will never coach college because I like my kids. I love my boys. Love my boys. And this doesn't mean coaches don't. I can only do it one way. And you don't really, I said this on the show yesterday. I don't think I can recruit and be away from my family that much. To have, be in a hotel room, have expense accounts. I know a lot of people always talk highly and think very highly of I'm from a single mom. My mom, I wouldn't know if my mom was a whore or not. I ain't have a whole bunch of men. Some of these women are whores. And there's nothing wrong with it. I like whores. But I'm just saying, I'm not finna. When you take it as a coach already in high school, when you take an interest to a kid, to like that does something for women, and it puts a lot of these coaches like fucking everybody, man. I don't know if our staff is doing that. I would never rat our staff out if I did, but I know a lot of college coaches, and they fucking everything walking, and I don't want that kind of temptation in my life. I'm good. Anyways, we got a tailgate coming up here. I got people complaining, bitch, about prices already. Listen, guys, this might be. What up, Debo? Appreciate you. I'm tired of it, like throwing these tailgates. A lot of y'all are unfucking appreciative, but we got a tailgate. Listen, the prices are staying low as they can. It's $50 for regular. That's outside. We have 100 parking spaces. No, I'm lying. Shit, I'm really lying. Don't erase that. We have 22 parking spaces, $100 a parking spot. If you can't afford it, don't pay for it. Go find some cheaper parking. Try that shit in Orlando. It just so happens we have a big ass lot. We have $50 for the regular stuff outside. Food should be ready by 3:30. What we're looking, is this on the thing right now, Miles? Yeah. This is the indoor VIP. It's not a warehouse. It's actually climate controlled. It has air conditioning or heat, whatever the fuck we need. We got 285-inch screen TVs, and all of the games will be playing from noon until, if you want to, we'll even let the game roll as long as we're cleaning up and we're doing stuff in that, in whatever we got to take care of. That's available. That's $100. It'll be $150 by Wednesday when I get off the goddamn show. If you can't afford it, I don't want to hear the shit. Just don't buy it. Like, I don't know what people think. That shit ain't free. That's not free. The food's not free. The liquor's not free. But we have made it to where it is one of the cheapest tailgates for what you're getting. And if it makes you feel good, a portion of the proceeds go toward giving gifts for good grades, which I did forget to put up there. But so if you can't afford the tickets to the game, come hang out at the tailgate. If you can't afford the tickets to the game or the tailgate, that's cool. Still love you. Come check us out. It's a bunch of shit going down. Glenn, I don't know. I don't know why a lot of people do a lot of the shit they do now. Glenn, you're speaking logic. This is a show for logical people. A lot of people don't like logic. But nevertheless, again, if you got your favorite tweets, drop them in the chat. I think, Miles, you can click a link in the chat, right? If somebody puts it in there, like if it's an X link, Twitter X link. All right, cool. We'll figure that shit out. But yeah, shout out to Debo, baby, for being a member. At 56 right now. We're 44 away from having the call-ins. Shit. Where we at right now? Oh, what else we got? What other announcement? We tomorrow I'll make the announcement for tomorrow's Giving Tuesday. We got to raise almost $10,000 to give away gifts. We're actually not. We're about $8,400 away from the goal of being able to give 300 kids a $30 Christmas gift in the Jacksonville, Tallahassee area. If you're interested, we'll raise the money, but we'll also have the Amazon wish list that will be up there, so you can buy the gift if you want to on your own. But tomorrow's Giving Tuesday. If you would consider using Mentors for the Kids as your nonprofit for your Giving Tuesday, it doesn't have to be $30. It could be $5. It could be $20. It could be whatever. If you do a super chat, that will go toward it. But I would prefer you go to JamesColemanGivesBack.com and just use PayPal. YouTube takes 30% of the money from the super chats. Well, we talked about that. We talked about this. Oh, I also want to let you guys know the power of Den Media Group and you guys, my Den mates and all that other stuff. We launched a campaign, I believe it was last year. And that campaign has saw us good fruits. It was Tits for Fits. Now, I got to find something for Tate because that 18 leave or whatever that shit ain't work. That shit ain't work. We got to get better. We got to get better, Tate. But Tits for Fits is a resounding success, and I love the fact that the young women in Florida State have embraced this. They're not the most buzzing, but he's getting thoughts. Not thoughts, excuse me. Those are probably great young ladies. They're cheerleaders at Florida State. Much love to them. But we love seeing Fits surrounded by estrogen, and ladies love Fits. So we need to keep that up. Again, as I always say to the women, thank you for your service. Yes, it's tax deductible. If you just let me know, I'll definitely be able to give it to you. I'll give you a receipt. But yeah, to these women, thank you for your service. What we got next here? Going down the list, and because we're gonna get into this in a minute. It's gonna take us. I think that was the third thing, right? Oh, yeah. Now, before we get into our subject, because this is not an FSU pod, even though shout out we got credentialed for the ACC championship. I think Dope Talk got credentialed too. I'm not sure he'll announce that on his own show, but I know this ain't who I think it is. Deion Sanders, I think, talks so much, and I think a lot of this is the thing about Twitter and a lot of you guys on social media. And this is why we got to revisit old tweets. Some of y'all talk so much that you forget that you talk out of both sides of your mouth. Now, if we can play this right here, Miles. Now, we talked about Deion and Deion's statement about kids decommitting, right? And this came off of the heels of one of the 9 off of high school commits that he has decommitting. It was offensive lineman, 3-star offensive lineman. And Deion said, these boys ain't faithful to their girlfriends, which, by the way, is a crock of shit. Very few people marry their high school sweethearts. That shit only works at Hallmark movies. But they're not faithful to the girl. What makes you think they're gonna be faithful to me? Blah, 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 yakety schmackety. So Deion says this shit. But I don't want to put words in Deion's mouth because a lot of these Deion ball sack holders love to defend him by any given means necessary. Like Deion gonna help you. But let's listen to what Deion actually said so that you can decipher and you hear it for your own words. Nobody's put words in his mouth.
A kid ain't even faithful to his girlfriend. You think he gonna be faithful to a school? Like, come on, man. Like that's like an emotional thing. You know what I wish the NCAA would do, honestly, if you're committed to somewhere, you can't go to no other visits. I wish that would be like if you committed, that means you committed. You can't go no other visit. So why would you be committed, but you still let kids go to other places? That don't make sense. So that means they just playing. They just playing. And one thing about it, we're not an ATM. That's not gonna happen here. If you come to Colorado to play football for me and the Colorado Buffaloes because you really want to play football and receive a wonderful education, and all the business stuff is going to be handled on the back end if that's the case. But we are not an ATM. You're not coming here to get rich unless you really come here with a plan to go to the NFL and get your degree. Not to come here and be money bag yo. Okay? Is that a rapper, right?
Mm-hmm. I love it. I love how when you get older, you got to throw a random rapper in there. Like it's such a man. That was so high character. I love everything Deion's saying right there. You come to Colorado because you want to come because you love Colorado. That's just because people dream about going to the little black kids in the inner city dream about going to the whitest place on earth that they probably can't even point on a map. But you are right, Deion. This was last Thursday, I believe. Just so Deion Sanders literally just said this. I want to reiterate. Deion Sanders literally just said this after he got a kid. He actually had 2 kids decommit. He had the O lineman for this class, and he had a wide receiver for the 2025 class. So this is Deion Sanders, and again, it'd be your own shit. It'd be your own mouth, and that's what he said. Now he says that, and then Hayes Fawcett puts 4-star quarterback Antoine Hill Jr. 2025 tells me he has just decommitted from Colorado. The 6'5", 220-pound quarterback from Warner Robins, Georgia, had been committed to the Buffaloes since October. The top 5 quarterback in 2025 holds the total of 30 other offers. I guess he wanted to go visit other places, because he's a child and he wants to experience things. And Call me crazy, but that shouldn't be. That's normal, right? Again, as we talked last week, Deion, Travis Hunter was committed to Florida State when he flipped to you. Like you flipped, you had a bunch of you are literally living it. You brought your own Louis, remember? Your Louis was committed somewhere else, and then you flipped it. It'd be wild. The funniest thing is to hear coaches talk about commitments and to hear Deion talk about they ain't faithful to their girlfriend. Like, Deion, ain't you on like damn near marriage 3? That's no judgment. Shit happens. There's a lot of other things going to it, but you made a commitment. But I love the words, the commitment, and a lot of times sports is different than life. We treat sports a little bit differently. Deion is a man of his word. I know Deion. When Deion says some shit, I know he fucking mean that, like, wholeheartedly. Like, Deion wouldn't say no shit, no crazy shit. Like, Deion's not known to backtrack or anything, right? Hell no. Deion's a grown-ass man trying to teach other men, other young men to walk in the same light as him. Man, they're going to call me all kinds of coons for this one. Trending, Colorado head coach Deion Sanders says the team needs more funds from donors so they can reach their full potential. We definitely need giving. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate to say this, but some kids cost. We can sit here and talk about great coaching and great this and great that and all we want, but it's going to be a credit card swipe with all these guys going to the playoffs. I understand that. Wait a minute. Hold up. Let me reread that. Some kids cost. We got that video again. Did we lose that audio? The one with Deion, we just had Deion talking last week. Like last week, I could have swore there was a video of Deion saying, "We are not an ATM." If you can go, just go ahead, go all the way to because it was toward the end. He talking about being faithful. You know who's the most unfaithful people? Rich people who throw money around.
You're not coming here to get rich unless you really come here with a plan to go to the NFL and get your degree.
Man.
Not to come here and be money bag yo.
Man.
That's not going to happen.
You think he remember he said that? Because Deion, wow, bro, shit was all good just a week ago. This is why I tell a lot of people when they're trolling and they're doing their stuff. I'm like, when I came out as a young man, this rapper Tretch made this song called "I Do My Dirt All By My Lonely." And 50 says a lot of the stuff. I am not gang. No, I do not gang bang. I don't move. I make moves by myself because I realize that most people don't remember the shit that they actually said. And they're going to get caught up in a court of law because the shit don't make sense. And if I'm going to do the time, I'm going to do the time because I got caught and by my own. But like a lot of people don't remember that shit. And if you talk a lot, you got to start remembering the things that you said, or just realize you're playing, or realize from jump the game that you're playing. None of this shit changed. Deion's the same person that used the transfer portal and now wants to have rules against the transfer portal. Deion's the same person that literally last week said, "Oh, you ain't gonna get paid." Now he's begging donors to give money so that they can pay this stuff. But Deion's also the same person that left Jackson State in a wake of controversy where people going around thinking that he didn't get paid properly to go to a school where the athletic director says, "We ain't got it right now, but we're gonna put something on it." Like, he lives his life in the hypocritical gray. Like hypocrite. Ooh, that sounds like a dope ass hint. Like, give me some of that hypocritical. Give me the Colorado Buffs gear in hypocritical gray. That being said, I can't wait till they drop them Deions. People say I hate them, but I think we got to give an honest critique of what Deion. Actually, before we do that, if you can push the Hish thing, because this was Deion last year when he was encouraging kids committed to other places to come check out what we got going in Colorado. Come visit what we got going in Colorado. I don't know if you pulled it up yet, Miles, but it's a video. It's another video. Yeah, oh, that's it. This was Deion. It'd be crazy because we showed a video of Deion last year. This was the motto, all recruiting. All dogs, come find me. Come find me, because I ain't. What you ain't, Deion?
I ain't talking fast. I ain't talking.
That was it. It was a whole good. It is great marketing. And it makes me afraid because I really want this. I want these sunglasses, these blender shades, because they really cool. Like, they dope as fuck, Deion. I ain't even gonna lie. But are the blender shades like all marketing and not really good quality? Because like that's literally all Colorado is. Now, a lot of people get mad when you say that, but Deion and a lot of his staff, like, it's not just that. Tim Brewster's gone. You demoted your offensive coordinator, so he's probably gone. You're probably I think you're going to have to replace 5 to 6 coaches next year. You have to recruit. Yeah, it's a lot of shit that you got to do, and there's a reason why people go through the process. You develop relationships, and now you have to hope that people. Well, you got Warren Sapp coming. That'd be cool. You're going to have to hope to get a bunch of guys who have never really coached on the next level to come in, be a part of you, buy into your vision, and hope that that translates to the kids. And one thing about really great players, and you can have as many Hall of Fame guys on your staff as well, but we've seen it with Michael Jordan. MJ, the player, is amazing. MJ, the coach, stinks. MJ, the GM, is absolutely horrendous. That's kind of what we're facing right now. Damn it, Debo. Damn it. Debo told me that blender shades are trash as fuck. Fuck. Fuck, man. I guess so, man. That hurt, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Deion is a used car salesman. If he wasn't, and miss me with the old man, you're not supporting black people. Y'all don't talk. There's a colored coach in Michigan right now. Did you know that? The guy who took Jim Harbaugh's place is black, undefeated, and not one black post about his ass. Deion went up. Deion's the only, like, Deion took the Muhammad Ali strategy without winning. Like, when Muhammad Ali, the lighter skinned person, was fighting against Joe Frazier, the dark skin, he made it black versus white, called Joe Frazier was the cool. The dude from the hood, which again, I love Ali. So, but my thing is Deion was coaching against a black coach. It made it about black and white. And there are things that are about that, but like the product stunk. But that being said, I still think it was a successful year for Deion in a bunch of different ways, because I could go and say Deion shouldn't have won 4 games, but he did. Does not matter if he should have or should not have. He did win 4 games, and that is 4 more than they did last year, but it's not even one of the most successful seasons. Everybody forgets Northwestern went 1-11 last year. Northwestern's going to a bowl game. They're 7-5 this year. Nobody talks about that turnaround because it's not as sexy as Colorado was. Now, what's wild is, too, Deion had a ton of rappers, a ton of entertainers. A lot of people come through these. I mean, it looked like if you was a 90s baby, like if I was playing, like if this were like in the 2000s, Colorado sideline would be lit. But they got a bunch of people, a bunch of rappers that some of these kids never really got a chance to see in their prime. Like Wu-Tang, ain't no kids going. Are kids really going around listening to Wu-Tang still? I hope not. I go back and listen to some. We can put this up, Miles. That on picture. I go listen to some Wu-Tang shit now, and I'd be like, man, they was like, it's like when actually perfect segue, but it's like when Jay-Z said, just because you don't understand it, don't mean that he nice. Just means you don't understand all the bullshit that he writes. He was talking about Nas, but I really feel like that about Wu-Tang. Not all of them. Raekwon, Meth, and Ghostface, I fucks with. A lot of them other cats, they talking about anatomy and physics and like they talking about shit like, all right, man, I ain't come here for all that. When I'm listening to rap, I came to sell drugs in my imagination and kill people so that I can get a good workout in. I'm sorry. Angelo, you're right. He do cry a lot. I'm really mad that y'all are besmirching blenders. Y'all don't like black business. Oh, blenders isn't owned by black company. My bad. You can't even use the shit that like it made me so mad because there were some good sayings that you could have used for other people that they was wasted on Deion. But anyways, 4-8, not a bad season. Colorado has not had this much hype surrounding it. The problem is the execution and not being able to capture it. Any good marketing campaign that doesn't get a good result is a bad marketing campaign. A lot of hype, no recruits. Nobody wants to come see that. And as we say in Big Three Twitter all the time, games got to get played. And when the games got played, ooh, Lord. The games got played. Like notable wins: Arizona State 3-7. What did Colorado State finish? Because those are two games they should have lost. Let me go back and look. The 4-8 record. They did play USC very tough, but we found out that one thing USC does not play is defense. Now, the thing lost in all of this is that what we saw was a black father, or just a father in general, who believed in his son that he was a Power 5 quarterback. So much that he risked it all to make his son a Power 5 quarterback. And he did not lie. It's a really good story of triumph and a father's love, son's love as well. I mean, his sons have followed him all over the world. They left good positions to go where they needed to go. Actually, you know what's wild? He benched his son, Shadur, like the rest of them. And they played better. Like, they only lost by 6 points to Utah. It's a good team. TCU was a great win. If Nebraska had a competent quarterback, I don't think they win that. They beat Colorado State. What was Colorado State's record at the end of the year? They were 0-2 at that point. Colorado State's 5-7. So what did TCU finish up at? Man, I know TCU's not going to a bowl game. I don't think anybody's had a drop off that bad before. But you know they I hate their the offensive coordinator Kendall Browse the hoe. 5-7. Damn, I know they beat somebody with a. They didn't beat anybody with a 500 record. They didn't beat any winning teams. Damn, Deion, they ain't looking good though. Like, and we can talk about they need offensive linemen and they need this, but one of their offensive linemen is a starter on a team that's 12-0 going to their conference championship in Florida State. The other one is a starter at UCLA that beat you. 3 of your starters are transfers. So imagine if you just did a better job of auditing your talent. I think that's where Deion has to grow as a coach. Just audit your talent before you just jump in and grab everything that's that's from the transfer portal. I think what Deion saw was, oh my God, this guy went to a D1 school. He's got to be better than the other guy. And then now with the new rules, you can't just boot guys that are on their that are already on their first transfer, because if they don't get picked up by anybody else, then you're responsible for that scholarship. So you got to find out which Louis. You got to go check to make sure your Louis is not fake. You know you can go to jail now if they catch you with fake Louis. Like if they catch you with fake bags in the airport, like yeah, you can't, like, because it's illegal to buy these things. So like if they catch you and they figure out it's a fake, they'll go like, so technically Deion could be in jail for all of the fake shit. My Panamanian brethren, appreciate you supporting the candle lady. Jeez. Damn. Damn it, Deion. I wanted to be like I have never wanted to be more wrong about something than Deion Sanders. And I'm still going to go provide. I still like, Deion, I think you can. Maybe it'll get better next year. I don't know. But Deion's one of those guys where I'm going to tell the truth about it, but secretly I want to be wrong about my assumptions. This is a group of people that I really don't really give a shit about. There is maybe 4 Gators that I care for in life. A couple of them I like. I like Jaquez Green. He's a dope guy. One guy I actually like. But I gotta roast him because he made a comment that was very high estrogen, low T. But my boy Juice, shout out to my boy Juice, who is a Gator. He's like I don't know how to say. He's a Gator fan, but went to Florida State. There's a couple of them. I got a homegirl, Nina, who was a Gator grad, Florida State fan. Shit happens. It's just funny how that shit happens. But a lot of pretentiousness in the Gators. But let's just go through. For those who don't know, and I did a whole 1.5-hour show yesterday, so a lot of y'all checked it out. Go check it out. But here's the moment if you want to go tell people where James is going to basically spend the rest of his show clowning the Florida Gators. And I might get to some Jaguar talk. I want to first, though, give a little. I don't see because they take the shit too far. I'm gonna give a little glimpse of like props to She-Shed, right? She-Shed held Florida State to under 300 yards of offense. This is like the first time he's done that all season. Like, it's great. His tool shed was working a little bit. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was the first. Actually, before we even get into this, before I get into She-Shed, go back to that one right there. Please put this up. Sometimes people need gentle reminders. Now, when I bet the esophagus, now he did sue for peace and got out of it. So if anybody could go, just remind my guy, what does it say, the Napier Foundation on that? Y'all can see it better than I can. Actually, when I put it up on YouTube, I probably can see it better. One thing I don't like, and this is very low estrogen, very high estrogen, low testosterone behavior, is if you're gonna talk your shit, by all means talk your shit. If you're gonna make bets, by all means, make your bets. But don't back out on the bet. Don't just ignore somebody. Have the same energy in which you place the bet. Is that fair? That game was played on Saturday, and that game was done at 11 p.m. Let's just go with that. It is a full over 36 hours since that game has been played. And y'all already know how I talk about this. I don't like betting small. But this guy, if you guys can read this, at Big Game James _36, $50. So I love to challenge people. If I would have really felt, I didn't want to take his money. I actually like Justin. So if y'all can go to that Twitter handle. Somebody can play again. My bad. I'm sorry. My favorite Wu-Tang member is Old Dirty Bastard. I still listen to Shimmy Shimmy Y'all, Shimmy Yeah, Shimmy Yay. Oh baby, I like it raw. And he has a great song that I want y'all to send to him. Baby, I got your money. If Big Game won his money, I think y'all should give him his money. And just remind him. You can just send that. Just remind him, like, yo, dog. You asked for this. I didn't ask for that. Y'all see me. I ain't gonna ask for no funky ass $50. I even put on there, that's $50 is good. You can write that off, bro. I'm gonna give it to some kids. See, now he's taking away from the kids. So it's not even, it's even less character. Come on, Justin. Get better. You just getting better. Come on, get better. Now, for more context to it, so we can take it another step further, so you can see this. I asked him, we bet $50. I didn't know, but sure, why not? Straight up. And I've learned some of these words from you guys. Here's what he said. Nah was asking to the first question. And yeah, that's the confirmation. Comma, ML stands for money line. Now, I ain't the highest grade of weed in the dispensary, but one of the I don't do math very well because I don't like subtraction and I don't like division. But one thing that I do extremely well is reading comprehension. Damn near tested perfect on the ACT and all that shit. That sounds like a bet, right? He engaged me, and it is over almost 2 days, and I ain't got my $50. The problem with this is the problem that I have, is that a lot of people do not engage in masculine or in adult behavior, because it's not even masculine. There are women who Lannisters pay their debts. Like, you got to pay your debts. Don't talk the shit if you can't stand on it. I will never understand why people who don't have it readily available or inbox me. One guy said, hey, man, I don't get paid till Friday. And I was like, bet. Shoot me my bread on Friday. You got a couple days. Thank you for the communication. You know you lost. And what's crazy is he out here tweeting moral victories. I need you to stop tweeting, just, and just go ahead and put them thumbs to good use. We got Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. You need to do Zelle, we can do Zelle, but I don't really want y'all having my number like that. It's a problem with Zelle. Some of y'all using Zelle as a way to get people's numbers that don't want to talk to you. But we got more receipts and shit from those guys as well. But let's just go through all the stuff, Miles. You put it up there, and then we're gonna go from there. Man, $50, man. I ain't even FSU all day. It's not even a lot, dog. We could have played. He could just play flip coins. Like, do something like, but this is what I love. This is standing on business right here. See that hat? I was scrolling through FSU Barstool, and Florida got this new I hate when people try to make new traditions sound like they've been doing it forever. They play in the fourth quarter, like, a lot of white schools, they do, not white schools, I don't mean it like that. My lacrosse school, we do this. We play Sweet Caroline, like, for whatever reason. Fourth quarter, there's always a song that people do. We do Florida State. This has not always been the case. I just noticed this. We're now playing Eastbound and Down. That's our fourth quarter song. And that's because of Burt Reynolds and all of the stuff that went down with that. But, like, now Gators play Won't Back Down by Tom Petty. Don't know why that means anything to them, but that's a new thing. Good. I love the disrespect. And first and foremost, I want to make this acknowledgement. David Plack is one of the greatest Seminoles of all time. That is our band director, of the leader of the Marching Chiefs. And he told me that people were treating them disparagingly. I swear to God, if I ever see you treat the band in a manner of no respect, I will slap the shit out of you. And here's the reason why. It doesn't matter if it's Florida State band, any band. They are not in the game. Those kids, those are students that are going out there playing their instruments, playing their flutes. You let them do what they fucking do and leave them alone. You can call them geeks, do whatever. I was a bully to bullies. I hate when people bully what people term as geeks, especially as a guy who played the saxophone when he was young. But if you notice the cap, I also learned something that How are you a Florida State fan and don't know what MFTK is about? They're over here saying everything but MFTK. Like, that's an iconic hat. Everybody who's seen that hat and sees that font recognizes that cap. I don't know why they did that. But anyways, I just said, I don't want them having my email address, Adrian. I don't want some of these people having contact with me. But that hat, if anybody knows this individual, can we blow it up a little bit, Miles, so people can see it? Tell that young man he's handsome. He looks good. Hopefully I will have more hats by the end of the year, beginning of next year. We will have we'll have apparel coming again. It's just been really difficult managing all this shit. So like, I don't really, you end up having a bunch of, I got some shit in my garage that I'm gonna just start letting off. Louis, the MFTK hats should be here. I actually did put in the order for the MFTK hats. We have MFTK hats in Mandarin colors or FAMU. We also have MFTK hats in Bulls colors or Boise State or New York Knicks, if you're a fan. All right. But Florida State is the state champs. People not paying their debts. It's getting weird. But what's weirder is these young women. Now, Talia, shout out to anybody. Miles, you didn't watch the game, did you? Oh, man. It was some commentator that covers it. I don't know what she is, but she was bad. Now, Talia Bates is she's extremely petite, but she's got like the whole I know she's blonde, and I know a lot of you guys like that. So she's the one who put not that. Nah, that's Chauncey acting like a bitch. We'll get to that in a second. It's a video. We'll get to Tom Petty. Not that. Damn. Which one is it? Hold on. I'll tell you in a second. Oh, if you look at Gator Ryan on the notes, my guy, Ryan, good people, good Gator. I like him. Why are Gator fans acting like y'all don't know about the Sod Cemetery? So for those who don't know what the Sod Cemetery is, the Sod Cemetery, Florida State literally has a cemetery right by their practice fields. We've been doing this since 1961. My mother was 1 year old. If we go into a game, and we're the underdog on the road, rivalry games on the road, and bowl games, we cut up a piece of the sod and we bury it. Now, this happened, and oh my God, her pureness was violated. You would have thought Talia Bayaya, or whatever the fuck her name is, FSU players scissors and took a picture with it after beating the Gators 24-15. Police eventually came over to stop the damage. Hashtag classy. I hate you people, man. Like, y'all do the most, that's the tradition that both schools know about. And they didn't cut, the crazy part is they cut the end zone. Let me tell you what we did 20 years ago. The end zone is the easiest part to repair. It doesn't fuck up anything. Plus, you can replace it. It's not like you're going to be using it again. 20 years ago, you know what we cut out? We cut off a piece of the goddamn 50. I want that bitch right in the goddamn middle. I want to make it known. I want you to see it. I don't want the orange. I hate orange. And you know what? Fuck you. If you don't like it, stop it. You talk all that shit. Y'all done. It's more fighting with thumbs done by Gator fans than the Gator players actually fought on the field. Yeah, like this shit don't affect you. Like, what, you was crying? Oh my God, the horror! Oh my God, you're cutting up a piece of grass that we won't even miss. You should be more mad that your career is over covering college football right now. Now you gotta go cover it. Well, actually, Gator basketball is not playing bad, so maybe that's better. Maybe that actually is something good for you, sweetheart. Gator Ryan put, this is literally their tradition. Why are y'all trying to say it's classless? Beat them and you ain't got to worry about it. I'm sure the grass will grow back in time for Miami to kill us next September. Wow. Man. Ryan. Woosah, my brother. I'm interested in the comments. Well, even though I love the fact that Twitter now has a context thing. I apologize. It's 1962. Since 1962, when FSU wins a road game in which Florida State is the underdog, a road game of the University of Florida, ACC championship, or bowl games, captains return with a piece of opponent's turf to be buried in the sod cemetery. And then she tried to save face by saying, good afternoon to you too, Twitter. I do know this is a tradition. I should have clarified, but I was just writing out the scene. Now do you see why it's dangerous? It's a dangerous thing to just let anybody in media, because now you got a bunch of people like, this is what you write. You wrote this to get the reaction from the. It's like when people say these thugs, classless. It's just fucking football. You had a so let me put this in perspective. In a game in which you had a player spit on somebody on your sideline, you had a player fight a coach to get back on the field on your sideline. You had two players literally take a cheap shot at the backup quarterback that's the starter now on your side, and numerous other different things. The cutting of grass is where you want to, oh, that's classless. Oh my God. The horror. What are the children? Think of the children, man. Fuck them kids. I hope a whole generation of kids now know that we got to cut up grass. I hope the children start doing this as a trend. I hope little colored kids in Gainesville are going around, and when they win victories, they start cutting up chunks of grass. Give a damn. Classless. Classless is like the phrase of the pretentious to try to say, like, to try to belittle the accomplishments. Like, if your players, it was about, like, I give Chauncey Gardner-Johnson a little bit of credit. He had a point, and we'll get to, actually, yeah, if you can pull up his tweet, Miles. I'm tired of him at this point. This motherfucker always popping off. That's why you got slapped by my Duval guy. Like, just always just rah, 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 rah. I'm Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. I'm so tough. It wouldn't have happened on my watch. Bitch, we did do it on your watch. Did it in 2017. Now, you tried to do it in 2020. Try to do it in 2019 with Tag at the helm, and your ass almost got your butt whooped. The only good thing D-Jax did was almost whoop your ass for trying to plant the flag at the 50. Now, I in turn said, I wish they would have shown, because I'm not that type of fan that says, oh, that's what you should do. Defend your field. No, bitch, defend your field in the 60 minutes. You beat the team's ass and then they run back to their locker room. That's how you defend your field. If y'all would spend more time worrying about that and less time worrying about all the other extracurricular shit, you wouldn't. We whooped that ass. They ran to the locker room because they was tired or they were ready for their season to be over. And that's the truth. They over here giving moral victories, talking about, well, Restrepo, not Restrepo, that's the other one. What's the little petite wide receiver they got that was pretty good? The wide receiver he almost had 1,000 yards. He had more. Well, our receiving core had more. Graham Mertz was a better quarterback than Jordan Travis in every category except for where it matters. I don't know what it's like I can't fathom what it's like to not play in a bowl game. I can't fathom what it's like to play in a bowl game that's before Christmas. Actually, excuse me, before New Year's. I didn't do that. They wasn't doing that for us back then. We were good. These boys they took that song, I'll Be Home for Christmas. They took it literally. It's supposed to be in your dreams, not in real life. Like, you don't get no bowl gifts. You don't get nothing. Nothing. Like, you're not, like, you went backwards and are trying to find things. And it's crazy because it's the fans who aren't real fans that don't have anything. Like, I feel bad for the real fans. You should be angry. You should be doing everything except for talking to the people who whooped your ass. Because here's the crazy part, and this is why I say it's only, women, this is not disparaging, it's just, it is a generalization. If it's not you, then don't take it. You don't do it. Congratulations. High five. But you know that this is typically behavior of y'all. That's why I say high estrogen, low T. Check out alphamalejacks.com. None of the shit that you're saying changes the ass whooping that you took. Well, we still win the overall. Bitch, you lost today. Our wide receiver, but you lost. Our defensive, you lost. Lost. Everything you say, lost. Say something back, lost. Better ingredient, lost. Better talk, lost. There's nothing you can do. You're a loser. You're a loser. Just imagine being a loser you got all this. It's like having a big ass mansion, but you don't have lights. It's like you got all the amenities. You spend all this money. And then you know what's crazy is, what's sad is your main shit talkers ain't talking shit no more. Cowards, cowardly, talking about it's more to life than football. I'm gonna go out here and teach my son how to run slants and run heels and shit. Bitch, your son ain't saving Florida. You think your son want to see all them ass whoopings and then come here, Tom Petty, in the fourth quarter getting demolished? Nobody want to hear that shit. We train winners around here, man. Think we was going around making excuses when we fucking lost to Jacksonville State? Bitch, we was mad. As a fan base, we was mad. And you know what we did? We went out and kicked some ass. It was crazy. It's like Miami fans still use that. You guys lost to Jacksonville State. Bitch, we beat you 2 weeks after that. Like, what does that make you? You lost to the team that lost to Jacksonville State. Like, it doesn't work. The trolls don't work when you don't win. It's not the way the game is played. I got a guy, brother, that's going out here doing everything but talking about the loss. And then what's crazy is, and this is even worse behavior, well, y'all should have beat us by worse because we is a 5-16 that y'all played. That don't change anything, dog. You still lost. I was expected to get my ass whooped better. It's technically a win because we only lost. But man, shut the fuck up. Who raised you people? Sorry if this is a little tough for my Gator fan that listens, but you need this. You need this. This is me in love talking to you. It takes away from it's like I told Miami fans. Stop it. Have some dignity. Have some respect for yourself. You fought decently. The gods spared you by us not having Jordan Travis. His fucking life with Louis was going to get his ass spanked. I just really want to hold him down and slap his belly because I know he gets red. Like, I know his belly would get red and his cheeks would get rosy. Little known Black history fact, that guy gets paid $1.1 million. Florida fan, that's what you got to look forward to. She gets paid $1.1 million to do that. You had a backup quarterback that was froze. You could get no turnovers. You could do you even got spotted 2 points. Now, it's not Shed's fault, though. It is Billy Napier's fault. And I'm going to tell you why it's Billy Napier's fault. Billy Napier called a scary-ass game. I hope y'all extend this contract. Billy Napier did have Florida State on the ropes. Matter of fact, the referees bailed him out because I still to this day don't know who the penalty is on or what the penalty was for them knocking that little motherfucker out. But I tell you this, changes the complexity of the game. That motherfucker that redshirt freshman was running around thinking shit was sweet till the boys started putting paws on his ass. Then he realized, oh shit, I'm playing with the big boys. This is no longer the SEC. I am playing the best of the ACC on the defensive side of the ball. You got spotted points. And you still couldn't do anything with it. And when you actually have Florida State on the ropes, you could have went for it on 4th and inches. You decided to kick a field goal and your field goal kicker missed it. That's not the field goal kicker's fault. That's your fucking fault. Because at worst, you would have made us have to prove that we can march down the field. And at that moment, I don't know what the fuck Trey Benson was looking at. Damn sure wasn't looking at the holes. Call him wrong hole Trey. Motherfucker was just trying to ram it in there without any lubrication or anything going down, bro. You gotta get consent before you try to go in the wrong hole, brother. Just letting you know. That does not make people feel good. You had your chance. All year long, all the shit talk for your season to end exactly the way that I told you it was going to end. On this show, I said 5-7 is your best. I also said Miami 7-5, but that's because a lot of y'all chose to listen to people who are now telling you that they're political pundits and they're Zen masters and shit. I ain't never experienced a season so bad that it turned me fucking vegan. That's wild. Over here giving fatherly advice. Go spend time with your kids. It's more to life than football. Bitch, I watch football with my sons. Like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? We win, lose, or draw. That does not make me a better dad or a worse dad. Like, you know how bad of a father you have to be to say, you're going to spend time with your kids. It's more to life than football. Like, there's 7 fucking days in a week. But fuck all that. Let's talk about She Shed. Click that out there, Miles. While Tom Petty was being played in the 4th quarter, you guys, matter of fact, if I'm a Florida fan, I don't want to listen to Tom Petty anymore because this is what happened after Tom Petty was played. Let me make sure I pull up the right thing. Which one is... Damn, I can't even see that shit. I'm going to pull this shit up because Tom Petty is obviously not a good song because the song is Won't Back Down and everything you did was back down. 0 points, negative 15 yards, 6 rushes for negative 2.5 yards per carry is what you got. Negative 15. This motherfucker didn't complete a pass in the entire 4th quarter. Do you know how not one pass was completed in the 4th quarter? Actually, that's a lie. That's a lie. I apologize. He did complete a pass. He threw it to Kalen DeLoach. Damn it, nephew, you should have scored. But I get it. It's not about you. It's about the team. They were 0 for 3 on 3rd downs, 0 for 1 on 4th down, 9 plays, negative 1.7 yards per play. Total time of possession, 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Florida State did not do exponentially better. They had 59 total yards. 33 of those yards were rushing, 26 were passing, with a Trey Benson amazing run that we do have there. This is the effects of having Fuller D and having low T at a young age. You saw a comparison. Go look at Tubby over there. Look at how he has no facial hair. He's got a double chin. He looks like the fat kid from Sandlot. You know he ain't late. You know his wife is miserable. He's not lasting the entire time. He cannot give her Fuller D toward the end. He goes limp. He can't finish. If you're having problems finishing and giving that Fuller D all the way to the end, I'm telling you, he makes $1.1 million. He should get the best package we have at Alpha Male Jacks. I'm here to help. I'm not here to tear down. I'm here to help. Plies talked about, Plies still hasn't given Florida State any props, but Plies talked about how how undisciplined the team was. When we think about the things that Florida did, they literally extended drives. They did all these different things. But Big Plaid Chad, unnecessary buffness. Don't know who he is, but he calls him. He's not wrong on this per se, but this was actually, and this is why I always tell people, this is why it's important to do the breakdown. Listen to the breakdowns that we have of the games. We will do ours tomorrow at 1 p.m. If you're a member, that means you paid the $3.99 minimum. We will post the link to the StreamYard in the community section of the YouTube. Come check it out. Let's break down the game film together. But he put it's the actual play. Yeah, that one right there. We're not going to watch the whole thing. Don't want to hear his sound. I, as a guy who coaches a team whose base running is duo, believes he's wrong, but he has the right concept. FSU lines, basically goal line, 13 personnel. That's 1 running back, 3 tight ends. Benson looks like Marshawn Lynch's baby brother. I will give him props for that. He did look very good right there. FSU Rams duo into Florida's tool shed of a scheme for a game clinching touchdown. The reason why I don't want his audio is because he's a little wrong on what he thinks. Now, in this, do we have it frozen? Okay, yeah, cool. So we're going to talk about this first and foremost. So we have our 1 tight end. Technically, we have our, I would have wished they would have taken Johnny Wilson out of it, like moving wide, but whatever. Duo is, for those who want to, again, this is what you get when I'm breaking it down. Duo for simplicity is basically you're tag teaming up. So if we're going to the right, I believe that 71 and Mo Smith should be tag teaming the one technique to the left up to the linebacker. 70 is at 73. Basically, the right guard and the right tackle should be tag teaming all the way up to the next linebacker, which is to the right. Tight end goes out and kicks out the guy, the stand-up defensive end. 48 goes in. If you see that guy who's standing right under the 20, he goes and kicks that guy out. If you've noticed, we have literally everybody accounted for. 75 is going to block that in. Those other 3 people have absolutely no bearing on the fucking play. So if you see where the line is at, that guy who's lined up on Johnny Wilson can't make the play. The corner who's lined up on that is, you know what, that motherfuckers didn't want Johnny Wilson getting the goddamn ball. So we know it's not, even if there was a pass play, that motherfucker not getting the ball. You literally have, I just told you all the blocking assignments. You literally have somebody, actually, Miles, if you can take they only be, all right. So let's go back over this again. So, and now, I only want to see the beginning. So if you go to the left tackle, just put there on left tackle. I think, whatever, my bad. So whatever, left tackle blocks the guy from blocks the defense end to his left. The left guard in the center combo up to the middle linebacker. Right guard, right tackle combo up to the outside linebacker. Tight end to the right blocks that stand-up defensive end. 48 is going up to there. 84, which is Murlock, is literally should be going in and cleaning up anybody else. Now, none of that shit happens. And people are like really excited about this. When I joke with people and they talk about how bad our offensive line is, but I say a lot of our offensive line bad play comes from a lack of running. I just explained the blocking concepts. None of that shit happened. But this is probably the worst block play we had. You see the penetration there. That guy should pause. Go back a little bit. So as we see, 21, the big fat ass motherfucker, even though he's on the ground, he literally splits. Now, if nothing else, if they tag up to the guy, and I think Smith, the damn lineman is turning around looking at the motherfucker on the ground. It's too late now, baby. So we don't go and block who we're supposed to block. This Mike. This Mike, the Mike right there, if he attacks downhill, he slows down Trey Benson so that this force guy who literally has the gap to the right where Trey Benson's going to go, he tries to make the tackle at the F, but it's too late. This play should be done. This touchdown was actually probably one of the worst blocking plays that we had. Well, for an offensive line that did a really good job of blocking. It shows when a running back is determined, it can make the offensive line look better than what they are. Our offensive line, but it also, when a running back doesn't do what they're supposed to do, go on their pass, it can literally make an offensive line look way worse than what they are. This is my proof. I don't speak feelings. I speak facts as a guy who lived it and a guy who coaches it. Go ahead, push play, run the rest of that because it's a positive thing. Trey Benson runs like a grown-ass man. I don't want no tackle. I don't want no parts of that mama. The moment's too big. Look, I'm gonna look like I'm attempted. I'm gonna pull this flag. Nope. Up, sit down, put your puss ass down. And nope, 14. Yeah, right there. How you get stiff arm backwards, dog? In front of your kids, man. That's classless. Look at this. And he grabbed his face mask. Should have got the flag. Referees felt easy. Took it easy on the guys. But that, guys, was a thing of beauty. But let's go revisit some of these old tweets, if we will. If we can. Let's go to the next one. Forget all this other bull. Oh, no, my bad. Two more things. Let's listen to what Danny Cannell has to say for Florida State fans who are still worried about everything else going on.
Hey, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving weekend. Hope it was phenomenal for everybody. A lot of football, a lot of family, and a lot of food. Man, it delivered, as it always does. There's something I wanted to address, a PSA, if you will, for college football fans and analysts that are out there. And it has to do with Florida State because I am hearing some absolutely asinine takes on the Seminoles and their chances of getting in the college football playoff. It's pretty simple. If they win, they're in. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, people are trying to hold them to a different standard that everyone else is. It feels like Florida State has a 2-game window, one of which they already won against Florida, to try to impress the committee with how do they look with a backup in Tate Rodemaker. Well, not only did they win, they won and covered, and they were impressive on the road. But yet I still hear people saying they don't look the part. Well, let me ask you something. If we're just basing this on 2 games, or 1 really, it's all we've seen, did Georgia look the part against Georgia Tech where they struggled with the Yellow Jackets in the 4th quarter? Did Washington look the part against Washington State as a 2-touchdown favorite and they needed a field goal to win it? Did Alabama look the part against Auburn, needing a Hail Mary, a prayer, if you will, against Auburn? No, none of them did. But they won, and that's all that mattered. That's all that matters for Florida State, too. And don't get me started about resumes either, because Florida State's resume stacks up with anybody in the country.
I don't agree with Danny on a lot of shit. Danny's speaking that fast. And Florida State fans, this is where we bitch up at. Stop talking to people who ain't playing the bowl games and won't be playing before the winter solstice. Who would play bowl games before the winter solstice. Stop trying to make everybody believe you belong. All we can do is take care of what's on our plate. Win and you're in. And if they don't let us get in, then goddamn it, that means they're some bitches. But we cannot worry about that shit. That's out of our control, out of our hands. All we can do is go out here, take care of business, beat Louisville, and then let the chips fall where they may. All that other shit is a moot point. And really stand on business and stop crying about overread and looking motherfucker Paul Feinbaum, whoever this motherfucking name Barry is. Stop listening to the motherfuckers because all you're doing is giving them what they need, the engagement. You're an easy target. I've told you guys this. That's the reason why they keep picking on us. They pick on us because they know you're going to respond. That's what bullies do. And just be like, you got it. I mean, what you want us to do? You want us to lose games because we're not going to the play? Like, that's like, honest to God's truth. What is the alternative? Oh, we're not going to the playoffs. We might as well lose. That's what I was just spending about 30 minutes picking on the Gators about. Stop with that loser shit. Like, act like this is new. When I was at Florida State, my freshman year in 2002, Chris Ricks missed the final exam, which we had the Deion rule there. You miss your final exam, you're suspended for the next game. ESPN did whole fucking because one guy missed his final exam. They wrote pieces like, has Bobby Bowden lost control of the program? Because a guy misses exam. Now, granted, here's the other caveat, the context. People don't realize Chris's dad was a drunk, alcoholic that followed him from California all the way to Tallahassee, that had literally just got kicked out of the home that he was staying in because they caught him with liquor. And so he was being a good son, goes out and moves. Now, granted, doesn't excuse it, because I'm a results-oriented guy. You go do that shit, you show up to fucking class and do what you're supposed to do. But he missed his alarm, showed up late to the class, and the teacher wouldn't let him in, would not hear the excuses. That's the truth about men. I always tell people, that's why that's why I live the way I live, because nobody wants to hear fucking excuses from men, even if it's valid, no matter how old you are. No matter if you're only 20 years old. They don't want to hear that shit. But ESPN acted like Chris fucking killed somebody. He missed the fucking exam. And you know what else happened that year? 30 other motherfucking players missed the year because they got suspended due to academic reasons. Stop acting like ESPN is your friend. Like, you're the idiot for wanting them to do something that they've never done to you before. It's like, oh, I woke up. Today's too perfect. We're 12-0. I need something to get mad at. ESPN's not going to put us in the college football playoff. Ah! Stop fucking up your happiness. Damn it. You can act like a man. It's like Don Corleone did when Johnny Fontaine was crying. Don Corleone. Come on, man. We better than that. The only overall impressive win in the top 5 was Michigan beating Ohio State with a temp head coach. The reality of the situation is, though, I didn't see anything from either one of those coaches that truly made me believe, any one of those games that made me believe they're exponentially better than Florida State. Georgia Tech is not very good. Georgia did not cover the spread. Washington State is not very good. 5-6 ball club, or 5-7 now. Washington, with their Heisman Trophy candidate quarterback, only beat them by 3 points. Florida State is the only team that covered the spread. And as I always say, good teams win, great teams cover. Let's go revisit some of these tweets. Some of the shit that people have said. I haven't seen anything that you guys have, but these are some of the ones that I really like. Miles, can you play the first one? This is July. We just got to delete all that stuff. Going back to July, DBA Bell. That's the first one. And we're going to play the video first. This is what one of the Florida Gators, like, dog, you had SEC Media Days. Like, we the last game on your schedule. You got a lot of losses before you come and see us, baby. 6 to be exact. But what's on the Gators' mind in July before them motherfuckers start up the season with Utah? Them motherfuckers talking about us.
But I can tell you who I'm most excited to play is FSU. I don't like those guys at all, so I'm excited to go get after them for sure.
So, doesn't like us at all. And what did my guy Jaheim Bell say? Jaheim had a great. It's that video. Just go to the tweet. He quote tweeted that, and it's a great. You ain't gotta like it, but you go and respect it. Boys, I think that's one of their defensive players. My guy T Black talks about Uncle Silk. Every time we lose, Silk got to wake his son up early and force him to do a video to convince y'all he don't care about football. Like and subscribe. My man T Black is a Florida fan that's been on his ass. Like, it's funny, man, because it's funny because that's what he's doing. His son is looking at the game and like, damn, we lost again. Dad is about to make me work. Like, taking out the punishment on son. Like all them sprints ain't gonna make Florida win no more games, bro. Oh, man. This is wild, man. This is wild. The next one. And this is why I don't build a foundation on trolling. I don't build that. I don't think you should if you're trying to do this media shit for real. I legitimately picked UF to go 5-7 because not just because of the talent that they had on the roster, because of the schedule and the talent they had on the roster. Albeit, Graham Mertz played exponentially better than I thought he would play. I did not understand your defensive coordinator, and I stand by. Is that 99? No, I stand by what I said about your defensive coordinator. He has no foundation. So if you can't be good at everything and great at something. Like it's just too much. You own a 7-5 because of the schedule. And I picked FSU to go undefeated because of the goddamn schedule. I didn't see anybody who was better than us. Now, UF lost to some teams I didn't think they would lose, but they beat teams I didn't think they would beat. Same thing with UM. But you can tell who watches ball and who's giving you something based off the damn. We got to drop the mixtape in there. Well over 100. Oh, we were for a second. But Mark Ryan on air at MARC Ryan RYAN on air in February said he gave the teams he's buying the teams he's selling. Now, mind you, Mark said this after Florida State won 10 games. They lost 3 in a row to the only 3 ranked teams, which was a good argument. But when you go back and watch the games, there were some things that didn't go the way that it was supposed to go. But they lost 3 games nonetheless. But he said, I'm selling. He's like, question, what is your general impression of ACC football? It's meh, right? The Seminoles were 5-3 in that conference, and now you've got them overtaking Clemson. And here's where it became trolling and a little less about what it was. He could have kept it at that. He put, y'all are so cute at this age. And now Florida State's 5-7. And excuse me, not 5-7. Florida State's the number 5th ranked team in the nation. And Florida's going to be watching FSU and Miami playing their respective bowl games. We want to put this up there. That's fine. Notable money or just getting better. When your head coach is coming off a 10-win season, had a Heisman candidate, beat both in-state rivals, and getting absolutely boat raced by a 6-win team on the trail. It was, but no longer. Florida State has a better recruiting class than you. And your recruiting class is probably about to get decimated even more. Definitely being told that I have to. All right, actually, I put it in the chat myself. All right, did you turn the Bluetooth on? Oh, we're back at 99, but I think we'll get back to 100. Number to call in is in the chat if you would like to. Let me go link this thing up. You can no longer listen to the show now. Damn it. Oh, I'm connected. All right. So if you want to call, you can call in. You'll see it. But all that being said, go to the next thing. Let's read. Now, this is where I'm disappointed. I'm gonna tell you why I'm disappointed. Play this one first. Play this. This is hilarious, right? This was like I can hear it in your voice that you're angry. Like he is like emotional. They were doing spaces to they were going Miami level spaces. It was crazy. Push play. See what the guy has to say. This man was hurt.
With 2-win team in Arkansas at home, bro.
Fucking no killer instinct, motherfuckers. 4th and inches. 4th and inches. 4th and fucking inches. He fucking field goal, bitch. 4th and inches in the swamp in front of family and friends. Fuck out of here.
Bears.
Fucking clown boy.
Hey, man, I'm not laughing at you, but I'm mad too, bro. I'm just laughing like
I
how
feel
this
it
shit
cooked,
played
man.
out.
Hey,
Bro.
but I'm not even. But I don't even think it's funny. I feel that
Get
shit.
that shit off your chest.
Hey, my boy Brandon, play it again. One more time. One more time. Because that's
lost
that, like,
42,
just pause real quick. That's that, like, I don't think I've ever been that mad at anything. Like, he was like, I want to know what, I hope he doesn't have a true. He punched his son. He kicked his cat. Like, he took it out on somebody. But the funniest, my boy, let me see, because my boy Brandon texted me about this, because I was laughing at it, right? I was laughing. And he was like, yo, they got another space? I'm like, yeah, bro, they got another space. And so I sent it to him. And I thought, or maybe he called me. No. Okay, so it was a couple of days ago. He sent me. He said, damn. I don't even have. He must have called me. He said, every time he listened, dog, that's crazy. This shit crazy. One guy literally went, this shit crazy. This shit crazy. This shit crazy, man. It was like they were like at a loss, but then this man came and gave us pure, unadulterated passion. Push play.
Team in Arkansas at home, bro.
Fucking no killer instinct, motherfuckers. 4th and inches. 4th and inches. 4th and fucking inches. He fucking field goal, bitch.
In front of the children.
4th and inches. In the swamp in front of family and friends. Fuck out of here. Fucking clown boy.
Hey, man, I'm not laughing at you.
Like, this guy was going off.
Laughing like how this shit played out.
Hey, but I don't even think it's funny. I feel that shit.
Get that shit off your chest.
I don't even think it's funny, man. I feel that shit. Like, before that, he was like, they wanted to quit. We let him off the hook. Ah! Of course. Of course he uses a heart, not even an A. ER. Low key. So Mike chewed the referee out. Like, Mike got in, I'm talking about, pause, got in that referee's ass. Yeah. And I said, I'm going to tell you guys what Mike said. I couldn't say it on that show because that was a fit. Like, this is, you guys know this is my BS. Mike called him a pussy ass nigga. Tell you, I had a dream that Mike heard me, like Mike got comfortable with me one day, and he's like, yeah, you know, James, you was right. I called him. I didn't call him a pussy ass nigga. I called him a bitch ass nigga. And if he did say that in that moment, I wouldn't even be mad at him because he used it in a proper context. He did not use it as a disparaging word to somebody of the African American community. Context matters. He used it in a manner in which was proper because he meant that shit. Again, I don't use this word. I'm not like Joe Rogan. You can't go find 1,000 clips, 5-minute clips of me using the N-word. That is funny though. Which is wild because he has a mixed daughter, which is the wildest shit in the world to me. Mixed stepdaughter, but nonetheless. If I call you a bitch ass nigga or a pussy ass nigga, I meant that shit. I meant that shit. I'm ready to fight. And if you call me that, I believe you meant that shit, and I'm ready to fight. For those who don't know AAVE, you are a upper level master's student of African American vernacular English. My pilgrim constituents. Just don't use that word. Actually, you know what? Use whatever words you want to use. Personally, I probably would prefer you not to do it, but I can't be there to protect you if you use it in the outside world. Like, just saying, use whatever English you want to use. I'm just telling you that now, you don't have to use it. I don't use Spanish, but there are certain Spanish words that I'm listening to when I'm around Spanish people. If I hear these words, you know what I'm doing? Getting the fuck out of Dodge. If you hear somebody yell pan or ban, get the fuck out of Dodge. Just like they play, I put that on everything I love, or I'm going to my trunk. The only time I've ever heard somebody say I'm going to go to my trunk and it not mean anything bad was when, Silk put his his tennis shoes in the trunk when he went to go drive 45 minutes to go fight a man for him to not land one punch and to twist his ankle and have to go to the hospital. That was the craziest moment on the internet. It actually made Be It Black Sports Online. This man literally drove 45 minutes to go fight an FSU fan. And somebody recorded it. Missed every punch. And then rolled his ankle. No, and the guy just walked away. Like, this is how you know he was a good guy. It was a good guy. Like, you rolled your ankle and then proceeds to go to the internet and talk shit. I asked a lot of questions, and that's when he got mad at me. It was like, when the shit ain't adding up, I start subtracting. To this day, I don't understand how the fight how do two adults fight and not one punch land? He was like, well, he was ducking. That means your hands are suspect. You should be a pacifist. Not trying to pass fist. Be a pacifist. He's got a lot of weird things going on like that I don't know. I don't know, man. But when he came to Lot 19 last year, he was very nice. Everybody that I know who has met him has always been, he's a nice guy. He came, he sued for peace because the reality is some cats ready to throw his ass off the top of Lot 19. Be honest with you, had he not come with CJ, it might have got bad for him. But shout out to CJ Wilson, Dope Talk. He's no longer with those guys anymore, but it's very interesting. Very intriguing, all of these things. But let's continue to look at the tweets getting tweeted and people got to live up to it. Just post another one. Oh, man, I hate to do this to my dog. This is a Gator that I really like and I really respect, excuse me. Skater Dave, if you want to hear, he does Gators breakdown. Really great journalist. Like, I listen to Dave before I listen to a lot of other people. But Dave, man, it's painful. You don't want to do it, but you have to because you have standards. I have to do it. Sorry, David. I apologize, man. I won't feel 100% good about it, but play it, Miles.
Talking about this like this, but we're all Gators. Hopefully it turns around. A little emotional right now, but go Gators. We'll turn this thing around. And hopefully we'll be cheering. We'll be cheering coming up. But everybody thank you for your support all season long. But stinks right now. But talking about
y'all got
like
my
this,
dog crying, man. Damn, Dave is like, this is when Dave really feel this shit, man. Damn, dog. Y'all got my dog Dave crying on the motherfucker, man. He does.
This is a provider right here.
He does. This is how he makes his money, though.
Man, nobody can tell me shit about nothing no more. Everybody out there crying and doing nothing in the world makes sense to me anymore. Football.
We might have to do my dog dirty, Miles. We might have to make it. He is a solid guy. We may have to make this a short. I'm sorry, Dave. Because where I come from, I've never seen a man cry till I seen a man die. That's the Scarface song. Amazing song. I love it. One of my favorite Scarface songs. Let's see here. Can we play that again? Just.
But we're all Gators. Hopefully it turns around. A little emotional right now, but go Gators. We'll turn this thing around.
I never understood why.
Hopefully
I could never see a man cry.
But everybody thank you for your support.
Imagine life at its full peak. Then imagine lying dead in the arms of your enemy.
Stinks right
Imagine peace on this earth. When
talking about this like this, but
imagine grief on this earth when there is no peace. Everybody's got a different way of ending it. And when your number comes for souls, then they ain't sending it. Now your time has arrived for your final test. I see the fear in your eyes because you hear your final breath. How much longer will it be till it's done? Total darkness at ease, be it all one. I watch him die, and when he dies, let us celebrate. You took his life, but your memory you'll never take. You'll be headed to another place, and the life you used to live will reflect in your mother's face. I still gotta wonder why. I never seen a man cry till I seen a man die.
But
I'm sorry, Dave. Dog, I apologize, but I will
talking about this like this. We're all Gators.
It's I really encourage people to do this. Yeah, I really encourage. There's gonna be some stuff that you see that's gonna make it hard to smile. Oh man. When it all goes down, just remember this, guys. Tupac cares if don't nobody else care. I'm sorry, it's not fun. Dave, it's not funny that Dave's crying. I'm mad at Florida for making Dave cry. Y'all made my dog cry. Oh man, but I really encourage people, watch these games with your children. Because if you are really a mature adult, like you look at your child and your first thing that you want to do is to console your child, right? When something bad happens. And it really keeps it in perspective because they are a fucking child. The 10-year-old is supposed to not be able to control his emotions. And he has never seen things like these. So this is a new experience to him. You have seen Florida. Florida has lost 7 games or more 3 times in the last 6 years. This is not fucking new. You've seen 4-8, 4-7, and 5-7. You saw 6-7 last year. It's kind of at this point, it's just like, okay. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. Like, I don't really know what's going on here. If anybody wants to call in, you got to scroll. Oh, we should have pinned it. Can you pin shit to this? Like, I wonder if I have to do that on my end. It's not my number. It's literally hell no. It's a number that directly goes to like it'll say Sports Den on my phone. Oh man, but let's forget that. Click the next thing. I'll post it in the chat again. Oh man, sorry, Dave. Now this is what bothers me. This right here. Go back to Snell. And Shannon Snell played for the University of Florida. I played against him. Great guy. Works at not Buc-ee's. I was gonna say Buc-ee's, but he's at where is it? I know I sent it to you, so I gotta have it, right? He works for Sonny's. He does a great thing during the holidays where he gives food to families. And I love that about Shannon Snell. So I want to make sure I put that out there before somebody comes and has Big Shannon coming and looking for me, because Shannon, during COVID, Shannon brought me some food, man. Shannon's Sunnies taste way better than the regular Sunnies, by the way. Like, I don't believe that's real. Like, that shit ain't real Sunnies, dog. Like, fuck all that. But this is what my guy at DTHEE, Big Boss, BOSS, then 2 S's put. No offense to the FSU folks out there. Good win. But y'all setting yourselves for failure. Without Travis, the playoff folks thinking twice about letting y'all in. And if you do get in, good luck against Michigan, UGA, Texas with that offense. What do people want Florida State to do? What should we do right now? Should we have just let Florida win? And just like, what kind of fucking loser talk is this? Like, you know what? We'll beat Louisville. This is what we beat Louisville. You know what? Playoff committee. You know what? I just don't like our offense against Georgia, Michigan, or Ohio State. I just don't think we can win. So what we'll do is we'll give the playoff invite to somebody more deserving. Okay? Is that, we're going to do the honorable thing. I know we won. We're going to go to a New Year's Six. Do you know what the fuck happens in a New Year's Six bowl game? We're going to play a good team in the New Year's Six bowl game. It's what happens when you win. God forbid people don't act like they don't know what happens when you win games. You win games, you go and play against good teams. That's the shit. We fuck around, go to the New Year's Six bowl game, play Alabama anyway. I'd rather die enormous than live dormant. Sorry, I feel bad. Shannon, no, that's terrible, Shannon. We came from the guys that actually listen to Jay-Z and try to live those lyrics. Over here talking about, nah, man. Who the fuck wants to lose in the Micron PC Bowl? No offense to the Gator Bowl, but I told them when I joined this year, I said, we ain't coming to this shit. Like, it's going to be a dope-ass bowl game, but I'm like, no, we had a really bad season. Like, that might be cool again, but I'm learning, though, I learn every day that my mind is different than everybody else's mind because I don't have a loser bone in my body. Like, I'd rather get my ass whipped in the heavyweight championship than just get my ass whooped. Like, y'all on that, I'd rather never had than lost mentality. I've never had anything. Like, or never really haven't had much. Like, yo, he's not a loser. I know he don't have that real mentality because he couldn't have played at the level he played. There's no way he would have been able to play at that level and that shit happened. Got to cross my leg on that one, bro. Like, what the? Like, some of y'all need to sit on a couch. Go talk to somebody. What's scary is these people are influencing other people. They're influencing children. Actually, you know what? That's not scary anymore. That just means that my sons are going to bully the fuck out of some of y'all kids. Just want you to know that. I just really want y'all to realize it. I don't want no letters. I don't want to hear no shit when we beating the fuck out of you. Trey know at a young age. Looked at Dad. That's my friend over there. I said, cut that friend shit out. I know, Dad. He's not my friend right now. It's my job to beat him into submission, and then he can become my friend afterwards. I know. As long as you know. Like, y'all, wow. I don't even want to talk about Jaguars. Anybody got anything else they want to talk about? I mean, nobody's called. Again, this is why I want y'all to realize why I don't do call-ins. Because nobody fucking calls in. I love my dad CJ's call-in show. Y'all be calling the fuck out of CJ and them. But me, damn, I don't know if I should be jealous or not. You got your opportunity to talk, and nobody wants to talk. Damn, I can't even go on stream. I'm about to disable my Bluetooth. I can't even read the comments because y'all got me on this thing. It's too late now. I done disabled the Bluetooth, so bump y'all. I hope y'all push like. Shout out to everybody. This is, again, I love when the show does the numbers like this. A lot of fun. I'm going to go through here, see if we can read some comments, see if there's anything that we need to touch on that I missed. I posted it right in the chat. It's too late now, man. I'm tired of talking, man. Shit's time to go. Actually, you know what? Oh, man. Tanisha got a good point. I didn't even look at Mr. Sassy. We'll go find out what Mr. Sassy said this week. We'll do it on Wednesday's show. We'll put, let's try. I'll give y'all one more shot. Somebody got to want to talk that shit. Somebody got to want to talk some shit. We'll give a cut. We'll get like, if we get it, we'll get like 3 callers. Let me go log out of this and go log into my. For those who don't know, we do have the VIP. If you already bought your tailgate tickets, you want to upgrade to VIP, all you got to do is legitimately just let me know. We'll work that part out. Miles already got the graphics up. Miles doing the work of the people. All right, now it's pinned. That's the number right there. If you would like to call in, I just went on the logged into YouTube from phone. Give y'all a couple minutes. The problem is I can't see when it's not on because I can't stay in it, and I can't go on StreamYard. But anyways, man, I guess while we're doing that, while we're waiting, the Jaguars are 8-3, and at one point yesterday, but I think the Ravens took back over first place. This is a scam likely, so I ain't worried about no scam likely. Did it go to? Yeah, we're connected. The Jaguars took over. They're number one in the AFC South. AFC South just like really switched it up on people, man. Like it's crazy how we went from the worst division in football to like one of the best divisions in football. The Ravens 9-3, Jags, Dolphins, Kansas City are all tied at 8-3. KC has us beat because they beat us on the head-to-head. We haven't played Miami. We do play Baltimore. We play Baltimore and Cleveland. We play Cincinnati on Monday night. The Jags are in a situation. If you could put up Demetrius Harvey's tweet, the Jags are in a situation, man, where it looks really fucking promising. Like, here are the remaining games on the schedule: the Bengals, the Browns, the Ravens, the Bucks, the Panthers, the Titans. The Bengals have Jake Browning. No clue who that is, really. All right, well, hold on. Maybe this is it. Let's check this out. Hello? Might be a bill collector. What's up? Is it on the thing? Oh, no, it's not. Hello? Can you hear anything? Yeah, hello? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Bluetooth mouth, but we got it. Who's this? Okay, what's going on? So, okay, it says scam likely. So we gotta go change that. I gotta make sure that's up. I saw scam likely. This was going to be an experiment. It was either going to be a situation where we were going to expose a robocaller, or it could have worked out. Man, what's good with you, baby?
Oh no, I definitely ain't scam likely. It's a real thing right here, bro. What's happening, man?
Not much, man. Just happy to be here. I'm happy to be 12-0, looking at 13-0 when I go break down this Louisville.
Same here, man. Just standing here in my Florida State hoodie, man. Very, very proud of the results, man. And I'm gonna start off like this. I definitely had my reserves about Norvell. I was one of the people that was posting the 21 games thing about Willis. I had my, you know what I'm saying, my doubts totally changed. I ain't got no issues with our head coach, bro. He handled the business. Everything he done flipped the program. I'm very proud of him.
Well, the thing about that is what a lot of people don't understand is that it was not a hate of Norvell. It was more of it was something that never happened before in college football. Nobody had ever been fired that fast. And the reason why is because they said 6-6 isn't the standard. And it was less about Norvell and more about, all right, if this is what we're going to do as a program, we got to hold everybody to that same standard. But luckily, we don't have that athletic director anymore, and we got a really good one. And, Norvell, hey, people can, when you get new, I always say this. In fact, when faced with new facts and information, you got to change your stance, right?
Absolutely. Like I said, your philosophies on stuff like that, bro, definitely follow them. Been following you since you was on the sports, then on 10-10 with the spin that they be doing right now. But yeah, man, like I sometimes some of his play calling do be questionable, but when you watch your film breakdowns, like as you say, you see that it's not always the play calling. Some of the players be fucking up. It happens.
It does. It happens, and then you also have to look at a game. If you watch a game play by play, it can't be enjoyable. Like by any means, it can't be enjoyable. That's what coaches are supposed to do. Like when they're trying to analyze things. But sometimes you're setting things up. Sometimes you're doing some stuff. But like the reality is, it's 4 quarters, And what I told somebody is, if I told you Florida State's offense outside of this Florida game was averaging 400 yards a game and 40-plus points a game, like, you would never say that's a bad offense, right?
Absolutely not.
Washington,
Absolutely
who may
not.
have one of the best, has a Heisman Trophy candidate, don't even average that. So I just think sometimes I get it. We want to see. I think we're judging this team based on 2013, and I don't think that's fair to them.
Yeah, and I know it's totally different from that team. Like me, well, shout out to my brother Marcus, who be in the chat, and my brother Aaron Cobb that's in the chat right now. Me and Aaron always talk about that. We can't compare this 2013 team because they had Jameis.
Right.
Jordan wasn't Jameis, never was. And that deep, like, the thing that I do like, though, that I can compare is Fuller is very similar to old boy we had then. I'm forgetting his name right now. Pruitt.
Mm-hmm.
The second half, them adjustments, like you said, from what you're saying, the adjustments is just doing your job. But whatever the fuck these adjustments be, them boys stand on it. And ain't nobody made no moves on us in the second half. I remember from that season and this season.
Bro, Fuller is like, again, I always joke with people. Sometimes when you don't have things that you can that make sense, you got to come with something outside the box. And when I noticed my son, literally, anybody who follows me have seen pictures with Trey. Trey ain't smiled at Mike Norvell until last year. That's when I knew we was gonna have a good season. Trey always fucked with Fuller, like from day one out the gate. I was like, I don't know what. When kids see it, sometimes you just, as an adult, you gotta be like, all right, it must be something about this guy right here. And when I went back and I really looked at that, when you go back, and even when the 3 and 6 seasons, right, and definitely the 5, like Mike put Fuller in some really wild situations, man, like that he had to get out of. And I remember the fan base saying, you know, our defense stinks. They don't look undisciplined and unorganized. And I'm like, now I make the same critiques of the offense, and people would be like, well, offense didn't get a chance to practice. And I'm like, so the defense had secret practices during COVID that the offense didn't have some shit? And again, what happens is Fuller wasn't, much like Mike wasn't really the first choice, if we want to be honest, but he's the right choice. Fuller probably wasn't the most popular or the first choice. The guy we all wanted is the head coach at Oregon now. Like, but he wasn't coming here. He was at Georgia. He's in a good position. The reality is, Fuller, when you step back and you forget all of the other shit, Fuller just be coaching. And imagine what it's going to look like when Fuller get a bunch of 4 and 5 stars. Like, he's doing that with just scheme and a bunch of guys that are really, that have developed as good players, but weren't necessarily like the guys that, if you, like, obviously we have a chart, we have a list, and we could have got better guys. Like, I think Green is a really good player. Outside, he's been getting dunked on a couple weeks, but he did better this week. But like, Green was a 3-star, if I remember correctly. Imagine what third-year Charles Lester will look like in this system, and I think it'd be dope.
Yeah. Me and like I said, me and Aaron always talking about it, and we circled in on Ronaldo Green because he has been performing top tier. Like, up until recently, he has had a few mistakes, but top tier, man. That kid's been up there. Also, I was wrong about Greedy. I thought Greedy was going to be top dude in the slot. Got to give it up to Jerry, man. Jerry been handling business, dog, and Akeem stepped up this game. We've been kind of missing him this season, but he stepped up this game. And Jared Verse showed why he's Jared Verse. And question, better, who had more of a impact, Peyton or Verse this year as a whole?
I'll say Verse, and here's the reason why. When you have a great year, like if Jermaine Johnson would have came back last year, Jermaine Johnson probably wouldn't have had as many sacks as he had the previous year, and Jared Verse would have still had the year he had, right? If we would have had him, if we'd had both of them. Fast forward to back to this year, Peyton is able to have the year that he's having because people are very focused on Jared Verse. So you have to focus on this guy, because if you don't and you leave him, like we saw what happened. That was the Alabama player that transferred to Florida that he was bullying, that I got to hit him with the hymns with. And that thing
walked him out the club.
Like I put that walk with me. Look, that thing got over almost 150,000 views on Facebook.
Yeah, I seen it.
Like, it's everywhere. But like, my thing is that he pushed him in the back. He pushed him to the quarterback. Jared Verse, it's a reason. If I didn't cover the NFL, I would probably think the same thing that other people are thinking. But when I talk with GMs and when I talk with everybody, they still like Jared Verse. Now, if they can get him on a discount, they're going to take it. But Jared Verse is very much so still a first-round grade by most teams. It's not always. It's just like high school recruiting. It's not all about stats. Hell, I got the leading rusher in the largest division in the state of Florida that has 0 offers right now. Like, I mean, if it was about stats, everybody and their mama should be offered. He leads the state in rushing and in scoring. But
size and perspective, all that.
People just don't want him. I can't cry about it, but I tell the Jet, you got to keep performing. He'll change somebody's mind on the next level. But we have a kid that's a 5-star that doesn't lead the state, but the kid is also 6'2", has a great range, has all the tools that you see in an NFL wide receiver. And all I can tell people is that that's Jamie French. Jamie French is that dude.
Yeah.
It just sometimes shit happens that way, man. But nah, man, appreciate you taking me up on the offer to call, man. Hope you have a great week.
Yeah, man. The number wasn't in the chat at first, so I definitely hit you up, man. Definitely been supporting you for a long time, man. Love your whole movement, bro. Like I said, I got my brother here. We really rock with you, bro. Love everything you do, man. Keep it up. Definitely fans of you, dog. Try to stay green in the chat.
Gotta stay green, man. We don't want no whites only talk here. You gotta be green. Only colors around here.
For sure. All right. Keep that up, man. I'll be hitting you up again, man.
All right, bro.
No, Dave, and Orlando Magic, man. That's all I'm repping for sure.
Yep. Appreciate Mac with the call on that one right there. Dope. It did. We did have Sheena on. Like, I don't know what's up with that. It was. Is it? But the Bluetooth is huh? Damn. All right. Well, we'll get that shit fixed. Okay. Well, nah. And it's it was showing like the headphones. So oh yeah, because it's connected to that. It's not even connected. I don't even have my my Bluetooth shit. But anyways, man. All that being said, we'll get that worked out. But I do appreciate, man, over 100. That was dope. We're not there no more. But anytime we get over 100, we'll take the calls. We'll make sure we put it in the chat in a different way so everybody can see it. It was a dope show. I love roasting Florida. Hopefully we'll have some more things. We'll have the breakdown of the game tomorrow. We'll be doing live. So y'all, if you're a member, check the chat, check the community. The StreamYard link would be in there, and so that you can come and join me in doing that. If y'all can hear, I took it off of Bluetooth and put it on speaker and put it right next to the microphone. That's why you heard it. It normally would sound clearer than that. We'll put the StreamYard in there so we can watch. I really like it. Bring whatever questions that you have. It's really not just me sitting there teaching. Just talking. But if you have questions about why we did this, why we did that, we will try to answer that so that we can all be more informed fans. We'll do the show on Wednesday. Let's continue to grow it. Thursday, we'll do the breakdown of Louisville, watching some film. That'll probably be a longer one because it's important. Their team has stayed intact. And what I'm going to talk about is what I think Tate can do very well against these teams, which is going to be still going to be it's a tough road to hoe, as my guy says, Greg McGarity. But at the end of the day, I would this is the position you want to be in. If you don't want to win, then you should go root for somebody else. Like life, it's loser talk. And Wayne Johnson asked, why does Tate ball flip when he gets the ball? I'm assuming you're talking about he gets the snap, rotates it in his hand. I think that's just a thing that like a twitch or something that he does. Everybody has something they do. I don't like it. I also don't like his wind up. It was kind of weird watching it. This is the first time I really just watched him on TV like that. So, but on that note, appreciate you guys for chopping it up with me. This show went way long. Basically, we have 2 shows of I guess this show is more of a roast of Florida. Yesterday's show was more of I don't know. That was a roast of Florida too. But basically, if you need 3 hours of just roasting somebody, you got it. So appreciate y'all chopping up with me. See the members. And tomorrow with the StreamYard breaking down the game film. If not, see you guys Wednesday. Appreciate you guys for chopping it up with me.